Landman repeats a major part of Yellowstone symbolism, revisiting a Taylor Sheridan Western trick. Taylor Sheridan's Landman reuses elements of symbolism from the creator's other major series, Yellowstone, showing just how similar these shows really are. Though the new series may be set in West Texas and focused on the oil industry rather than ranchers, cowboys, and cattle, Landman's similarities to Yellowstone are numerous, with many referring to it as the true successor after Yellowstone's ending in late 2024. Especially now, with the action-packed crime drama in the Season 1 finale, Landman feels more akin to Sheridan's longest show than ever. From the outside looking in, it would be easy to identify the apparent similarities between the two shows. Billy Bob Thornton leads Landman's cast as Tommy Norris, a character who feels like a slightly modified variant of John Dutton. The show's setting and general feel make it seem like a companion piece, as a neo-western that explores the thin line between industry and crime in more remote parts of contemporary America. Beyond that, these shows have more subtle details in common, one of them involving Landman's coyote. The coyote has been used twice in Landman, primarily as a representative of Tommy Norris, though it can be interpreted in multiple ways, reflecting how different viewers experience the show. The first coyote he sees at the end of episode 9 dies, but another coyote returns in episode 10, with Tommy warning it to run away, saying they kill coyotes here. This could refer to the sheer danger of the Permian Basin, and how even tough animals like coyotes can be killed there, referring to someone like Monty. Tying the symbolism closer to Tommy, the coyote could represent his freedom and how he's going to be sucked into the oil industry until it kills him, just like Monty. Now that Monty has died, Tommy is going to be drawn deeper into this world, and though it allows him to provide for his family, it rids him of being able to spend time with them or truly be happy. The use of an animal is crucial to Landman's themes about the American dream, drawing similarities to Yellowstone. In Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan uses wolves instead of coyotes to demonstrate his symbolism. Aside from these two being similar species, they're both often used in a symbolic sense to represent aspects of the American frontier, something Sheridan has explored in shows like 1883. Wolf symbolism is used in Yellowstone to examine Case Dutton as a character, and Season 5 sees 2 wolves shot and killed on the ranch's territory, sparking a controversy. Taylor Sheridan's symbolic use in Landman is equally as crucial. In the world of Taylor Sheridan's sprawling cinematic universe, one recurring motif strikes a resonant chord: the juxtaposition of human ambition against the untamed wilderness. Yellowstone, the flagship of Sheridan's empire, masterfully explores this dichotomy. Yet in Landman, Sheridan revisits and reframes this potent theme, echoing and amplifying the symbolism that has become a hallmark of his Western storytelling. Through this, he once again reminds viewers of the enduring struggles between preservation and progress, tradition and transformation. At its core, Yellowstone uses the sprawling Dutton Ranch as a microcosm of generational conflict. The ranch isn't just a property, it's a legacy, a physical manifestation of identity, history, and power. Its sweeping vistas symbolize a vanishing way of life, one under constant threat from external forces like land developers and governmental policies. Similarly, in Landman, Sheridan employs oil fields as an allegorical setting where the clashing ideals of prosperity and conservation play out. However, where Yellowstone is rooted in familial bonds, Landman shifts its focus to corporate interests and individual greed, sharpening the moral stakes. The recurring imagery of animals is central to Sheridan's storytelling arsenal, and Landman embraces this tradition with vigor. In Yellowstone, horses are more than tools of ranching. They represent freedom, loyalty, and the untamed spirit of the West. Wolves, meanwhile, are harbingers of change, their presence signaling encroachment and imbalance. In Landman, Sheridan substitutes these iconic creatures with others more attuned to the industrial landscape. Coyotes scavenging near oil rigs, their mournful howls echoing the environmental devastation wrought by human activity. These animals act as both witnesses and victims of humanity's relentless pursuit of profit, mirroring the moral decay at the story's heart. One of Sheridan's signature moves is to weave water imagery into his narratives. In Yellowstone, rivers serve as lifelines, both literal and symbolic, representing the sustenance of the land and its people. In contrast, Landman adopts a darker interpretation of this motif. Here, water becomes a source of conflict and contamination, reflecting the consequences of unchecked industrialization. Polluted streams and dried-up reservoirs not only underscore the environmental toll, but also become metaphors for the corrosion of human values. The landscapes in Sheridan's works are never passive backdrops. They are active participants, shaping and reflecting the characters' journeys. The majestic mountains of Yellowstone evoke both awe and isolation, encapsulating the Duttons' struggle to protect their heritage against overwhelming odds. In Landman, the flat arid plains punctuated by towering oil derricks convey a starkly different atmosphere. These landscapes are stripped of their natural beauty, replaced with the harsh mechanical rhythms of extraction. This shift underscores the thematic divergence between the two series while reinforcing Sheridan's overarching commentary on humanity's fraught relationship with the land. Character archetypes further tie Landman to its predecessor. John Dutton, with his weathered resolve and unyielding principles, embodies the archetypal Western patriarch, clinging to tradition in a rapidly changing world. In Landman, the lead character, a cunning oil executive, offers a more morally ambiguous take on this archetype. He's a man driven not by legacy, but by profit, a reflection of modern capitalism's ruthless pragmatism. Yet Sheridan infuses him with enough complexity to avoid caricature, presenting him as a flawed individual navigating an ethically murky landscape. Sheridan's dialogue often operates as a form of poetry, imbuing his characters' words with a weight that lingers. Yellowstone is rife with exchanges that distill its central conflicts into terse, memorable lines. In Landman, Sheridan refines this approach, using corporate jargon and environmental rhetoric to create a distinct linguistic texture. The characters' conversations become battlegrounds where ideologies clash, each word carrying the weight of potential compromise or confrontation. A hallmark of Sheridan's storytelling is his ability to layer personal and political narratives seamlessly. In Yellowstone, the Duttons' familial dramas unfold against a backdrop of land disputes and cultural tensions. Landman similarly intertwines the personal with the political, using its characters' struggles to explore broader themes of power and responsibility. The protagonist's internal conflicts mirror the external pressures of operating in a morally compromised industry, creating a narrative rich with tension and nuance. Perhaps the most striking parallel between Yellowstone and Landman lies in their exploration of legacy. For John Dutton, the ranch is an inheritance to be fiercely protected and passed down. In Landman, the concept of legacy takes on a darker tone. Here, it's not about preserving the past, but grappling with the consequences of actions that will shape the future. The series asks whether the pursuit of profit is worth the environmental and social costs, forcing its characters and its audience to confront uncomfortable truths. Sheridan's westerns are deeply rooted in a sense of place, and music plays a crucial role in evoking this. The haunting melodies of Yellowstone's score, with its blend of orchestral and folk elements, capture the grandeur and melancholy of the American West. In Landman, the soundtrack shifts to a more industrial tone, incorporating mechanical rhythms and dissonant chords to reflect its setting. This evolution in musical style mirrors the thematic shift from the natural to the artificial, reinforcing the series' central conflict. Ultimately, Landman doesn't just echo Yellowstone's symbolism. It builds upon it, using the tools of Western storytelling to examine new facets of the human condition. Where Yellowstone mourns the loss of a way of life, Landman questions the sustainability of the one we've built in its place. Through this, Sheridan continues to push the boundaries of the genre, proving that the Western is far from a relic of the past. Instead, it remains a vital medium for exploring the complexities of our relationship with the land and each other. By revisiting and reimagining the symbolic elements that define his work, Sheridan not only pays homage to the Western tradition, but also reinvents it for a contemporary audience. Landman serves as both a continuation and a departure, a testament to Sheridan's ability to craft stories that resonate on both a personal and universal level. In doing so, he ensures that the spirit of the West, and its enduring lessons, remains alive and relevant in the modern age.